Is when you go on a water fast, you start clearing out yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Issues that have bothered you from the past, say father issues, maybe mother issues, wife issues, brothers issues, work issues, start coming into focus. The nature of our body is going to be a pure, ecstatic state at all times. It wants to be in a loving, caring position at all times. So say, for example, you have problems with your boss. What happens is, when you're in a fast, your body will say to you, you know what? You're really having problems at work. What can you do to alleviate that? And you start thinking about it. Or it says, well, another issue may come up and says, well, you may be having problems with your wife. What can you do to alleviate it? And if it's not working, what you should do is basically change it. And your body will let you know in those uncertain terms how to change it. Since I've been on a 10-day water fast, I've almost resolved 10 issues. That's pretty exciting. 10 issues which, for the most part, as soon as I get back, I will change dramatically. Every time I go on a fast, this is my fourth one, I had one major or two major issues that came into my being after the fast cleared up. My first major fast was organic produce. At that time I was using conventional produce. And my 10th day, I don't know whether I mentioned this before, I said, Arnold, you're poisoning yourself. You should not be using conventional produce. As soon as I got back, I started to switch to organic produce. Second time, I went on a fast, which was like, I think maybe 4 days. It says, Arnold, I don't know what it said. Whatever it said, my business increased 25–30% after that. So even though I'm missing almost 2 months worth of work, I should pretty much catch up very shortly. This is my 10th day, and I'm thinking about food, believe it or not. I'm not thinking about so much food that I can't eat. I'm thinking about food that I should be eating, which means I want to gain about 25–30 pounds as soon as I get back. So my main focus is first 2 or 3 days, which I'm going to ease my way back after the water fast. It's essentially called refeeding. And this is the point where most people make the mistakes. I don't really recommend an unsupervised fast, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing 21 days, which I really don't recommend, unless you know what you're doing. Which is the whole thing about fasting, you really have to know what you're doing, and you have to be under supervised care. Luckily for me, this is my 4th, 5th fast. I'm quite well versed in it, and I can do by myself. Anyway, the first day or two, which is really important, is I'm going to go on a strictly watermelon diet. Watermelon is 98% water, and what I'll do is just do that for the first 2 or 3 days. Therefore, it'll be less energy spent on digestion, also for my system to get used to having food in the system. I guess the 4th, 5th, 6th day, I'm going to switch to apples and pears, a little more heavier food. Therefore, my system gets a little more used to chewing. And the 7th, 8th, 9th day, I'm going to switch to a little heavier food. The avocados, the bananas, can't think anything offhand. By the 9th or 10th day, I should be ready for regular food. Keep in mind I lost 30 pounds. I already have it in my mind how I'm going to gain weight. A lot of people who go on a water fast lose a lot of weight. The thing is, there's a way of gaining it back. From my experience, I gain back weight every single time. And each time I'm really trying to refine it. I'll be switching to at least 3 green smoothies a day, almost 80 to 100 ounces a day, using 8 bananas. My liquid will be oranges. 8 oranges a day, which means in the smoothie form, it's very easy to digest. And 8 bananas, 9 bananas a day is almost 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories plus your regular food. I'll be almost on a 3,000 calorie a day diet. I should gain back to weight very fast. And number 2, my body should pretty much rejuvenate itself within 1 month's time, a month and a half's time. You'll see by the videos how that occurs. I'm not saying that it will or won't, but that's my intention. So that's it for how I'm going to return to myself. And not only that, I'm 59 years old. The rule of thumb is that if every day you go on a water fast, you lose 1 year of toxins. So at 59 years old, if I go on a 21-day water fast, I should have a body of a 38-year-old. How's that for excitement? My skin should be a lot smoother. My energy should be a lot better. I didn't even talk about the sexually energy should come back For all you men having problems in your 50s and 60s, your sexual energy comes back because the body rejuvenates up to that of a 10, 15-year younger person. Number 3, the reason why it gets smaller because the body, you have something called your nucleus of the cell, and that's surrounded by something called cytoplasm, and the cytoplasm is where all the toxins are kept. And when you're going on a water fast, the body uses cytoplasm to feed itself, and then it gets in a shrunken state. When you come back and eat better food, it rejuvenates with that new nutrients, and therefore it's almost like rebuilding every cell in your body, and your skin becomes softer. Your tissues are regrown. Fasting is the only thing that I know that will not only regenerate your body but rejuvenate your body. One of my heroes is Paul Bragg, who lived to 98 years old. At 98 years old, he was like a rock. I mean, he had a body that was unbelievable. His big thing was fasting. In my research, not seeing what I see, basically what I want to do is continue this, doing at least 3 fasts a year, three times a year, 5 days apiece. It's not really a big deal. Once your body gets adjusted to it, the body will easily accommodate 5 days, and I don't think you even have to miss work. I don't recommend 1 day. 1 day is a little strain on your body, because the first day the body, what that does, takes the blood, body needs glucose, takes it out of the blood. The first maybe 24, 36 hours, that could have kind of weakened. It's not really get the full effect. It takes almost 3 days for the body to get the adipose tissues to take all the toxins out of the system. So if you're going to do anything, which I think is I'm going to recommend that to all my customers, start fasting at least 3 times a year at 5 days apiece. The only thing that I know that will rejuvenate and regenerate pretty much any disease, in my opinion, for the most part, you go on a raw food diet, and I don't recommend fasting until at least 6 to 8 months into the program, and I don't recommend doing fasting by yourself. 3 days is not a big deal, but if you don't get any longer than that, you should go to a fasting center. And there are quite a few throughout the country. California, there's one in Michigan, there's one in Florida, there's one in New York, there's one in upstate Pennsylvania. They're all over the country. Because initially you have to be really well versed in it. Now that when you go on a fast, you have to rest yourself. It requires a tremendous amount of rest. Anywhere from 14 to 18 hours a day. Just focus your energy on your well-being. Oh, let me take a deep breath. That was pretty good. I didn't think I would talk that long. Okay, one of the other key parts of me being on a fast, I guess, is my water. And I thought about that long and hard about deciding which water to choose. Because water is a very important part of the picture, because you're drinking water 24/7. In the end, what I decided to do was to use alkalized water. I could have used filtered water, which I used last time I did it. My energy level was not the same. At the end of 10 days, I was really weak. I decided to go alkalized water because it's living water, and I decided to use a half a squeeze of lemon to further alkalize the water, because that's also in a living state. So therefore, even though I'm on a water fast, I'm getting alkalized water, which your body, in my opinion, was better adjusted to. If you use the still water, a lot of opinion out there, and everyone's right. Supposedly, it robs your body of nutrients. That was my son over there. He thinks I'm nuts. 21 days without water, just water. So, actually, we have a $100 bet. One of the main reasons why I'm doing this is for my eye to completely recover. The medical opinion, where they said it's anatomically impossible for my eye to recover. I was about 1.5 years ago, I got poked in the eye by my grandson. At the time, what I did notice is I couldn't see out of one eye. It was totally black. Last year I went on 3 fasts to see whether I can recover it. One 10-day, one 4.5 day, the other 4.5 day. It went from black to gray. So I know there's some improvement. It's not until 14th to 21st day, that's when it gets into real deep healing, and that's what I'm doing. I had a chance to do 21 days, so I went for it. For whatever reason, I had someone take my job at work. My money situation is fine, and I decided to go for it. And as well as I want this to be shown, and like an inspiration for all those who have any major diseases like Parkinson. I read an article about a couple weeks ago about someone who had Parkinson, age 78 years old. He had it for 9 months. There was no hope at all. In fact, for most people with Parkinson, there is no hope at all. He went to a 3-day water fast. This was in Texas. It is a fasting institute in Texas. Completely recovered in 3 days' time, which means there's also a place in Panama, another fasting institute, and there's story after story after story. People had chronic fatigue, people had sinus problems, people had heart disease, people had colitis, people had diverticulitis, people had mental issues, completely recovered just by going on a fast. When you go on a fast, another key point is to, as I said before, go on a raw food diet. I don't recommend right at first. Just slowly wean yourself into it, which means your body has to be ready. And then the other part of it is that when you get off the fast, you have to stay on a mostly raw food diet. Your body is clean and wants to maintain that level. Take another deep breath. Keep in mind, I'm not used to talking so much. Keep in mind, I want to save breaths for the rest of my 21 days. Anyway, I'm sure you can see, but just by the pictures, I've lost a lot of weight. And next time you'll see me, I'll be even thinner. And next time you'll see me, I'll be probably just a little bit thinner. Anything else I want to say? Probably not. I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to speak to you about. I feel okay. I still feel good. I still feel strong. And that's about it. Bye. I'm back again. This is Arnold. I'm almost in day 18. I know whether you're seeing this from the beginning. Actually, you are if you're up to this part. I started at 145. I would say now I'm down to 120, maybe 115 pounds. I almost lost 30 pounds, which is actually okay. Of course, my goal originally was to see whether I can heal my eye, which I got poked in the eye, and I lost vision. I'm in day 18. I'm still excited. I pretty much still have my energy, believe it or not. I still basically contribute my having good energy to alkalized water and a little bit of lemon juice. I'm in a different location now. I'm at Marsha's house. I don't want to give her last name, but she's also doing a 10-day water fast with me. I don't know what she was getting involved with, but she is doing it. And both of us are pretty much doing good. We're doing a real good, strong support system. In day 18, these are some of my feelings. Number one, you get a little bit more clear of what you want. For most part, all my issues in my personal life, my business, any questions that I may have, I get resolved, and I'm becoming more at peace with myself. When you go on a fast, basically means not only resolve my eye, also the issues that are around you that stop your being. And the way it works in the eye is, once the body gets over initial cleansing out the system, it goes to diseased tissue. The 14th to 21st day is critical. And that's why I really feel the next 3 days are critical. As of right now, I still haven't taken this patch off because I don't want to know until I can see until July 1st. That's my goal. I actually could have 100% vision. I don't know, but I don't want to know. Marcia, she had several issues. That's why she joined me on a 10-day water fast. Last year, she was given an overdose of steroids for I guess a poison sumac problem, and what it is, it really affected her for almost 6 months to a year, and she felt like she was out of it for a year. So she felt that basically that going on a water fast will help clear up this condition. And what we did is, in her particular case, before she went on a water fast, which is critical for most people, you go on a slow cleansing process, which means before the water fast, like 2 or 3 months, to let your body slowly get used to being all raw, also slowly used to detoxing. Anyway, she did it fine. She's 8 days, she's still running around, jumping around, like she's not on a water fast at all. Water fast, you really don't lose too much strength. You do lose weight, but not strength. Yesterday, I got a little freaked out by Marcia, because for whatever reason, she showed me her tongue, and I kind of flipped. and I got really scared because her tongue was green. Green is a sign of liver problems. And I told her, actually I told her, I was going to tell her right then and there, stop the fast immediately because I'm afraid you're going to die. So I wasn't that blunt, but I was freaking out. And I told her my considerations, and she said she wanted to continue. She was in really good shape, but I was afraid of her whole system breaking down. And we decided to wait one more day. And luckily we did, because the green tongue went away. Generally, when people go on a fast, they start cleansing themselves out. A lot of times for the tongue, it's for the tongue, and that turns white. I'm still in pretty good shape. I'm trying to think of words to say. One of the things I do think about, and I think about a lot, is food. Food that I want to eat, yet haven't been eating. The big thing came to me was eating beans. I'm now going to incorporate beans into my diet. I was just 100% raw before I started. I'm still 100% raw. But what I'm going to do is start germinate my beans. Dr. Joel Fuhrman, I saw his video yesterday, made a really interesting point, which kind of really stuck to me. He said the average American who smokes lives to 67. The average American who doesn't smoke lives to 75. The average day Seventh-day Adventist lives to 88.5. Then an average of those people lived to 90, 95, 100 years old. They did one thing and only. Actually, let me take off my shirt now that I'm out. Okay. Ready? Yeah. I just took off my shirt. I just want to give you an idea how the body shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. Before I started the fast, I thought I had a fairly good build, in my opinion, of course. I don't know what anybody else would say. But now I'm getting, with all this weight loss, it kind of shrinks you. So it doesn't shrink the muscle, it basically goes to the fat. Anybody who wants to lose fat, trust me, this is the way to lose fat real fast. Anyway, back to Joel Fuhrman. Said the average age of Seventh-day Adventists who had one thing and one thing only was they lived to 90, 95, 100 years old. And what they did is added greens. That's the only difference that I say that they did to live that long. My goal is basically to live 95, 100 years old in really good shape without being sick and continuing having a really good life up until that age. At age 6 years old, I feel like I'm beginning my second life. In fact, last night I had a dream. I had a dream of doing 150 push-ups. So that was pretty exciting. I mean, I was a bunch of, actually I was in front of a group of soldiers who were discussing something, and all of a sudden I was on a wall and started doing push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they were pretty much minding their business, and all of a sudden they realized I was doing push-ups like 100, 150 at a time. Before I started fast, I was doing 120 push-ups a day. Now I'm going to get maybe 150 because that was my vision. If you eat the right diet, I believe fasting is one of the few things that will help regenerate your body. It not only regenerates, but rejuvenates your body. And that to me is really the key to well-being. And the way it does that, it just uses the cell, I guess it's called a cytoplasm around the nucleus of the cell. It uses that as fuel initially, and then when it pops back up, it's being refed really good food. So for the first 3 weeks, I'm going to maintain a pretty much all raw diet. The first 2 weeks I'm going to go to strictly watermelon. In fact, Morgan's doing a video, just brought 2 watermelons for me. I hopefully brought 2, yeah. Maybe 1. And the first day is watermelon. You want to get, once you stop the fast, it doesn't necessarily mean you're hungry. In fact, it may take maybe take 1, 2, maybe 3 days until you get your appetite back. And then when you get your appetite back, that doesn't necessarily mean you should start eating anything in sight. This is why you should do it in somewhat of a controlled environment, somewhat medically supervised environment, because you could go nuts with the appetite. Last 2 times I did a fast, and one was 4 days, one 4.5 days. As soon as I came off it, I went nuts. Everything looked good. It's almost like you have to be in a controlled environment for that not to happen. Let's see, what else we're going to talk about. We talked about bananas. We talked about other than that, I think I feel real good. I could walk. I can't run, but I can walk. I walk slowly. My sleep has so far been pretty good. My dreams, first time ever, were in color. Now I was pretty impressed. Because imagine, normally you just don't remember it, but now I see blue doors and green doors. I remember the soldiers yesterday, they were in green fatigues. I remember the colors of the blocks that was on the wall, the newspapers. And then the other issues you just kind of resolve. Well, also when you're fast, most part of my day, I would say 16, 18 hours a day is just rest, and I try really not to do anything other than rest. Tuesday I'm breaking the fast, which will be my 21st day. I'm excited about that. I'll go to Watermelon next Saturday when we're going to be here. Probably my last time for a while. I think I'll vitamin 1 month later, because I don't think she does it every week unless he wants to. But my body within 1 month's time should gain back at least 10 pounds. In order to gain weight, I'm focused on a lot of bananas, avocados, maybe some beans, some nuts. A lot of times people when they lose weight, when they are thin, they have a problem gaining weight. The reason why they have problem gaining weight is because the digestive problem it's kind of all putrefied in the system. And the water fast will help clean out all that gook in the intestinal tract. So when you're ready to eat, you'll start gaining weight back real fast. You're getting really the nutrients in large quantity. I did grow a beard, so I had to hide my face. That's why I'm having a beard. And my pants, oh my gosh, they're at least 4 or 5 inches wide. I think that's about all for now. This is my almost 18th day, and I'm signing off. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hi, this is my my 4th week almost. I did finish a 21-day water fast. I lost like 20 pounds. Believe it or not, I guess by the 3rd day after my water fast, I was ready to go back to work. I didn't really lose that much strength, but I felt like I shrunk a lot. I guess I could tell by my neck. I almost have like a layer of fat right here. Kind of surprised me. Also, my arms a little thinner. What I'm doing right now is trying to rebuild my body. Keep in mind, this is my opinion, when you go on a water fast, there's 1 year of toxicity. So I basically lost 21 years. I'm now a 39-year-old man. I'm very happy about that. Actually, I can go after a 23-year-old woman. So that's kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, I did lose a lot, like 20 pounds. And right now, because what I thought would happen did not happen. I thought I would regain my eyesight completely, 100%. And that's the only reason why I did 21-day water fast. Otherwise, I would not recommend it. Max 7 to 10 days. And for the most part, before you go into water fast, you have to train your body. And that's what I originally did. I just trained my body for 2-3 weeks prior to that, mostly on all raw, mostly smoothies. Going back which means my 3rd day back, actually my 6th day back, I started eating cooked food. And the reason why I started eating cooked food means any food cooked above 125 degrees, is because we'll be getting local anesthesia plus some antibiotics. I'm not that crazy about it, but I have almost no choice in the matter. I do want to see again. And it may not even work, who knows. But I'm committed 100% either way. I guess I have to take off my shirt. I've been doing this every week. I suppose in like another 2-3 weeks, my weight should be pretty much where I started. With clothes, started 150. Right now I'm about 137, 138. I lost 12 pounds. Keep in mind, when you go on a water fast, a lot of times there's a tremendous amount of pressure on you. People come to you and say, boy, you look thin. I said, oh my gosh, what did I do? So I went back to eating. I've been eating almost 8 to 10 times a day, a lot. The nice thing about when you go on a water fast, this is really hard to believe, but your bowel movement increases from 1 to 3 to 3 to 10 times per day. I mean, I can't believe it. It's like every time after 8, I just go to bowel movement. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sure that will stop soon. Because keep in mind, when you're at your cleanest right after a water fast. 21 days is a lot, but I'm glad I did it. I can't see now. Another interesting part, the girl who did it with me, her name is Marsha. I don't know how much I could say. Maybe I'm not say too much, but she has some health issues. For the most part, they all went away. She had bladder problems, went away. She had darkness in her eyes, went away. Going at nighttime, went away. Kidneys felt a lot better, a lot healthier. For the most part, I don't care what disease it is. If you're not getting results medically, if you're not getting results for changing the diet, the next best thing is a fast. Generally, I would recommend no more than, I don't know, 7 to 10 days. In my particular case, I mean, right now I'm 60 years, I'll be 60 years old next year. I believe to 85, 90 years old, I should be like a rock. That's my goal, is to be like a rock. And the way I plan on doing it is every 3 to 4 times a year is going on a 5 to 7 day water fast. When you go on a water fast 5 to 7 days, you pretty much continue work with no effect really on your well-being. One of the great things I had about the water fast was I alkalized my water. In my opinion, that's one of the primary reasons why I didn't really go downhill. Generally, it takes me a month and a half to recover on a 21 day, because you lose your strength. But 34th day, I was ready to get back to work. Alkalized water, I also did lemon. I did a little bit of lemon in all the water I drank. Anyway, for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm really starting to rebuild. I guess the next time we're going to do me like in 2 weeks' time. By that time, I should have put my rest of my weight on, maybe 5, 6 pounds, 7 pounds. It should also be pretty much all muscle, which means the body has the ability to stay strong at age 60, age 70, age 80, age 90, age 100 years old. Which means maybe next time I'll fast I'll be 75, 80 years old. But for the most part, I should look the same. Not too much difference. I believe in all my heart and my soul, fasting is one of the few ways of maintaining your health. Of course, the less energy you spend on digestion, more energy your body has to cleanse itself. If you're doing 4 or 5 days of fast, 4 or 5 days a year, that's 20 days, 20 years of constantly cleansing yourself out. I don't think there's too much further to say. I feel strong, not as strong as I want to be, but I feel strong.